Hi, today on the Ghizney Channel, I'll be telling you fun facts about one of the most famous attractions in the Disney parks, the Haunted Mansion. Although the Disneyland version of the Haunted Mansion opened in 1969, the exterior was completed in 1963. The bride, Constance Hatchaway, first appears in the stretching room, sitting on the tomb of her husband George. In the attic scene, she raises her axe on many of her past relationships. The Hatbox Ghost disappeared a couple of days before the ride opened. He then reappeared on May 9th, 2015 for the Disneyland's Diamond Celebration. One of the original ideas that the Imagineers came up with was that you would walk through the Haunted Mansion, and one of the rooms would be a museum of the weird, where you would see weird things from all over the world. When the Disneyland version first opened, in the endless hallway room, there would be a knight that would scare you. That would be a cast member and walk around and scare you and stuff like that. In Disneyland's version, the show building is actually outside of the park, so the stretching room acts as an elevator that gets you there. The Haunted Mansion is transformed into Haunted Mansion Holiday for the Halloween and Christmas season. This ride is based off the 1993 film The Nightmare Before Christmas. Finally, the organ in Disneyland's ballroom is a prop used from the Disney movie 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. Magic Kingdom's version of Haunted Mansion was designed the exact same time as Disneyland's was being designed. When Mr. Toad's Wild Ride closed in Fantasyland, Mr. Toad's statue was brought to live here in Haunted Mansion in the Pet Cemetery. Magic Kingdom's Haunted Mansion has a few extra scenes than Disneyland's. You ride through the portrait hall. There's a library scene where the bus star. There's a room where a ghost is playing the piano. And there's an endless stairway scene before you go to where Disneyland's ride begins. While in the outdoor queue of this Haunted Mansion, you may find a wedding ring buried in the pavement. Legend has it that this was one of Constance Hatchaway's wedding rings that she threw out the window after she killed that husband. You first see the ghost host in the stretching room when the lights go out, and you see him hanging as a skeleton. The second time you see the ghost host is a portrait of him about to hang himself in the Hall of Knocking Doors. The ghost host's real name is Master Gracie, who is named after the Imagineer who worked on the ride named Yale Gracie. And finally, Madame Leota was named after Leota Toombs, who is actually the model for the head inside the crystal ball. This goes for Disneyland as well. Phantom Manor is Disneyland Paris's version of this classic attraction. Although it may have the same general idea, it has a very different and unique story. Even though it was created by the same Imagineers, Phantom Manor is very different than the other Haunted Mansions. Instead of the regular portraits you see in Disneyland and Disney World, in the stretching room, it's Malevolent Ravenswood, who is the bride, experiencing bad things in life. The story is about Ravenswood and how she is trapped by the Phantom and she wants to be freed and she's heartbroken. You still go through the Hall of Doors. You still see the endless hallway. You still see Madame Leo's dance room, the singing bust, the ballroom, but those things include Ravenswood in them. Instead of Constance in the attic, it's her Ravenswood looking in a skeleton mirror, and it also shows in the attic the phantom laughing near a coffin with a shovel. After the grim gritting ghost sequence, you go through this weird western town with a bunch of ghosts having a party. It's like the other graveyard scene, but western. There is no hitchhiking ghost, but instead the phantom laughing. This ride is much darker and scarier than Disneyland and Disney World's versions of the Haunted Mansion. Now I will give you facts related to all three of these Haunted Mansions. A popular theory that fans have come up for the Disneyland and Magic Kingdom Haunted Mansion is that when you fall out the attic window, you're actually being pushed out by Constance Hatchaway, and when you fall into the graveyard, you have died and have become the 1000th happy haunt. The Pepper's Ghost effect is used in the Haunted Mansion ballroom to create the dancing ghost. The Pepper's Ghost effect is when animatronics are used and then a glass reflects them onto the ballroom floor. Some other facts include that some of the gravestones in the Pet Cemetery reference the Imagineers who worked on the attraction. The Paul Frees is the voice of the ghost host. He also was Tony the Tiger in the Frosted Flakes commercial, and he's selling You're a Mean One, Mr. Grinch. And finally, there's 160 Omni-Movers / Doom Buggies in each attraction, and they move at a speed of 1.5 miles per hour. A cool fact is that the hitchhiking ghosts have actual names: Phineas, Ezra, and Gus. A cool hidden Mickey you can find in each of the 3 Haunted Mansions is in the ballroom. It comprises of a plate and 2 saucers. That is all the Haunted Mansion facts I have for you today. See you next time on the Ghizney Channel.